No matter where you are in life, what you do, or who you are, we all have issues to resolve. In this episode, I share a 3-step process to help you work issues through resolution. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to Rockstar Manager. I'm your hostess, Dr. K, the management professor, and this episode is about resolving issues. Our brains are wired to remember in threes. We have 3 major sports in the U.S., baseball, football, and basketball, and all are identified with 3 letters, MLB, NFL, and NBA. We have 3 major television networks, NBC, CBS, and ABC. Again, all are identified by 3 letters. In the Olympics, we celebrate the top 3 winners with medals in gold, silver, and bronze. When things are tough, it can be difficult to find a starting point. Let's employ the spirit of threes and apply it to solving problems. Oftentimes, when I'm asked to help someone resolve an issue, I try to break it down simply. The 3 steps to resolving problems are 1. Identify, 2. Analyze, and 3. Implement. First, identify. Obviously, it's important to identify the problem. However, I think it's more valuable to identify the root cause of the issue. If you can tackle the root cause, the issue is less likely to recur in the future. This includes taking the time to research, perform the proper due diligence, and get to the heart of the matter. The next step is analysis, and likely the most complex of the 3 steps. Analyzing should be focused and threefold, and it should encompass A. Understanding the issue, B. Developing alternatives, and C. Identifying which of the alternatives makes the most sense. There's a difference between identifying issues and understanding issues. Understanding means that you identify the intricacies that surround the issue, as well as possess the ability to forecast the impact of various decisions and actions. Developing alternatives means that you assess benefits and harms, project the impact of various decisions, and get creative if necessary. Lastly, select your alternatives as your go-forward decision. The last of our 3 steps is implement. Not only do you need to execute the alternative selected that will likely resolve the problem, but it needs to be monitored to ensure that it resolves the issue, that it remains part of the process, and it doesn't create any other issues. So let's translate this to a workplace problem and resolution. When reporting Q1 financials, it was discovered the forecasted royalty payments were less than the expected amount to be paid, and that's a problem. Our 3 steps to resolving problems are identify, analyze, and implement. To identify the problem, analysts reviewed the data and determined that a handful of stores recently stopped paying royalty fees to corporate. After further reviewing the details for these specific stores, the common theme among them is that they are franchise-owned but recently bought back by corporate. The transition will actually take place next quarter. Analysis concluded that the root cause for the non-payment was that it was not specified within the agreement that royalty payments need to be paid until the transition was complete. Additionally, the finance team provided some options. A. Allow this to continue and absorb the debt upon acquisition. B. Send a threatening letter for our corporate attorney to serve each store saying pay up or else. C. Schedule conference calls with each of the 5 stores to determine how to obtain payment and resolve independently. D. Work with legal to ensure the appropriate language is incorporated in the contract to eliminate similar situations in the future. Further analysis concluded the best decision for the organization is to move forward with options C and D. Implementation includes contacting each store, explaining the situation, and determining a payment plan to bring the outstanding financials current. Additionally, schedule time with legal to walk through the updated language in the contract for future acquisitions such as these to eliminate any recurrence. Then, follow up with each store after payments are due to say thanks for the payment or ask when payments can be expected. Finally, obtain a copy of the document from legal to ensure the language was updated and also use as a reference for future scenarios. You can see that these 3 steps, identify, analyze, and implement, can provide guidance in a simple format towards problem resolution. If you're interested in learning more about related managerial topics, you can find my book, Rockstar Manager from Theory to Practice, at Barnes & Noble. Thanks for your time, be your best you, and be a rockstar manager.